Hello, everybody. I'm Lance McHan. I'm here with Daniel Sosa, and together we're launching a brand new program. It's very near and dear to both of our hearts. And so I'm going to let Dan talk a little bit about it.
All right. Thanks, Lance. I appreciate it.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, buddy. So I had reached out to you very recently because, this was a program, an initiative that I wanted to provide to our community. The reality is, especially now with, coronavirus, COVID-19, there are so many people out there that are literally, putting their lives on the line. They're going out into the community, out to work because they have to, and they're literally risking their lives. And then they come home and they risk their lives with their family, contaminating their family. And I just had this overwhelming feeling and desire of how can I thank them? I'm so filled with gratitude for what they're doing that there's got to be a way that we can recognize them for their service and what they're doing. And that's what prompted me to create the Shining Star Hero program is what I'm calling it. And I want to recognize heroes in our community. And right now, it's so important because we have the grocery employees that are working around the clock. I mean, you've experienced this. We're out of toilet paper. We're out of essentials, and they're driving 6, 7 stores. And what we don't realize is that the people that are working in those jobs, they're working 2 weeks straight with no day off.
Yeah, they're working their butts off. The Amazon delivery driver.
And then you have the truck driver.
That guy.
Yeah, you got the Amazon delivery driver. You have the FedEx driver. You have the truck drivers that are driving nonstop to deliver these essential products for us. You've got the utility workers that are climbing the poles and they're making sure that our electricity's on and that our water's running. You have the farmers that are providing this food for us and that we really take for granted, that we don't even think about. It's like,
Right.
When's the last time you went to the grocery store and you thought about the produce that you're buying? You don't even think about it. But the last couple of weeks, you can't find anything.
It's been tough. It's been tough, man.
And it's just one of those. It's one of those things that it's just. I have family members that are in these industries and they're working round the clock, and it's like, you know what? We got to give back, and we got to give back to our first responders, our policemen, our firemen, our healthcare workers.
Everybody.
Our educators are at home and they're figuring out all these creative ways to Zoom class with the kids, and they're sending Zoom classes about physical education, and they're going above and beyond to help.
Funny, my daughter she had to do like push-ups and some jumping jacks or something, just to engage, and she's been on Zoom calls in the morning, and she thought she had it all off for the rest of the year. She was living it up. Stayed up till midnight, but when you got to get up at 7:30 to be on a Zoom call,
right?
It doesn't work. So
it just really. I mean, I'm obviously passionate about this. I'm excited about this mission. The least we can do is give back. And so the whole initiative, the whole premise is, if you know any of these heroes, because here's the reality. If I said to you, Lance, how many cops do you know? Maybe you know a few. If I said, how many firemen do you know? Maybe you know one.
Yeah.
Doctors or whatever the case might be. But then if I say, what about a truck driver? What about a grocery store employee? What about that FedEx person? What about the farmer? I mean, it expands the community. I mean, that's, when they say, it takes a village, our village is taking care of us right now.
I know. I'm just so grateful when I always, try to be nice to people, but when you go in the grocery store and you see the person and you don't know where you're going because you've traveled to 3 or 4 different stores trying to find something that you need.
Yeah.
Being a little extra nice to them doesn't hurt, and it goes a long way. So
it goes a huge way.
When you came to me and you were like, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to give back to our our shining star heroes, the local people, not just the doctors and the teachers and and the veterans, but expand that out. I was like, heck yeah, man, I'm on board 100%.
Yeah.
And you know, it feels good to be able to give them back a little
Yeah.
something.
Exactly. And they are our unsung, they're our unsung heroes. It's kind of ironic how, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but truck drivers are, invisible to most people. They drive the roads, yet they make our country run. They're
Man,
delivering
you
every
could tell how people treat them when you're driving down the freeway. Like,
right. And then you have the utility person that comes and, you take for granted that we just go into a room and flip on a switch and there it goes, or you
oh
flip your
man,
faucet and the water comes. I mean, this is so eye-opening that all of these things that have been just mindless luxuries for us have become so apparent that it's like, you know what? Here's what my mission is going to be now. And that's why I reached out to you to say, hey, not only what do you think about this, but will you join in on me with this cause? Because as a lender, my mission now is if you're a hero, I'm going to pay for your appraisal. I'm going to pay for that $500. I'm going to pay for that appraisal, and I'm going to waive all lender fees, because that is the least thing that I can do to say thank you. And then, I reached out to you and I'm like, can you help out? Would you be willing to help out? And it just totally expanded to, you know what, we're going to get a group of people, realtor, lender, inspector, who, plumber, roof inspector, home insurance. And we're going to, let's get this team built so that we can truly provide all of these benefits and discounts to our heroes as a thank you.
an all-in-one service. And I'm committing $1,500 towards your closing cost, of my personal funds
That's
from my
awesome.
commission. So I'm matching what you're matching. So together it's about $3,000, not including some other discounts we might be able to get for you from home inspectors, termite inspectors, pest reports and all that stuff. So really it may not seem like a lot, but it's something we could do to give back. And I don't know, you've been doing those a long time,
Yeah.
but sometimes that deal needs a couple $1,000s to make it work. And
Yeah.
so if we could, we probably won't be in that situation where we need to give up money to make it work. This is more like a thank you. Thank you from my heart to
Yeah.
you. Here's a gift. Thank you for everything that you've done and continue to do.
Exactly. It's like, you know what? I appreciate you. I thank you for your service. You may not be recognized. You may think that people don't care, but I want to build a small army of people in this community to show that gratitude, and that's when I was telling you, I'm like, real heroes, they don't wear capes. They don't,
No.
they don't wear capes.
Hey,
And,
I got a great idea for a t-shirt.
okay, all right, and it's one of those things where it's like that movie Unbreakable, Bruce Willis, and he's unassuming and he's wearing the green coat, and
I love that movie.
yeah, but it's like that's what I envision. It's like we've got, and I don't want to sound dramatic, but we literally have these people. The UPS, like I have a cousin, my cousin,
Yeah.
my cousin's a UPS driver, and he's busting his butt. And I recently saw a post, and that's what gave me the idea about recognizing delivery drivers, is because he made a post recently where he said, I can't stay at home because I'm a UPS driver. And if you read it quickly, you might think of it as like a negative thing, but I looked at it as like, man, that's a badge of honor. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm busting my butt and I can't be home like a lot of you are because I'm a UPS driver. And it's like that badge of honor. And it's like, you know what? I want to thank him. And I
Yeah.
want to thank all the drivers. And I want to thank all those grocery people and everybody that's stocking, 15 hours a day. I've got a nephew that works for SSI Warehouse. It's a supermarket warehouse. I think he's on day 16 straight, mandatory,
Wow.
and busting his butt.
Yeah. Wineries, man.
Oh,
They're going 24 hours a day right now.
yeah.
I got a friend of mine. She does the the testing for the yeast and the pesticides and make sure that the wine is quality assurance. He said, we're running 24 hours a day right now.
Yeah, yeah. And so I just, like you said, this might not be much, but it's significant in my heart. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
just like, you know what? Like you were saying, t-shirts. Yeah, let's get t-shirts made. Let's wear that. Let's wear it as our badge of honor, you know, and let's go find those heroes. And that's what I was mentioning to you, is like, okay, we need to find heroes. Friends, you know, if you know heroes, let them know. Let them know that we're here for them. Let them know that we're here to give back, that we're happy to do it. We're honored to do it. Like, I don't want to thank you. I'm happy to do this.
I want to show you.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to show you. I want to show you because you deserve it. You deserve it. And if I can pay for your appraisal and I can waive all my lender fees and you can help them, I mean, that's just so big. It's so big.
So the standard, you know, 4 or 5 police, firefighter, nurse, teachers.
Healthcare. Yeah,
Healthcare.
those are our core. Those are our core heroes.
Right.
That when I designed this program, it was like, okay, this is going to be my core. Like you said, the educator, the healthcare worker, the policeman, the fireman, the first responder, and veterans. And it was like, okay, here we are. And then as I spent time building this, getting the marketing going, it started to evolve. And it was just like, okay, we're all at home. And it very quickly sprung forward of like, wait a minute, there's a lot of unsung heroes that we're not even talking about. We're not even talking about. And then through talking to you, you were like, wait a minute, we got to recognize these farmers and we have to recognize these utility workers. We would not have water right now if it wasn't for them. We wouldn't have utilities if it wasn't for them.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. And so I thank you for that. You were the one that said, you know what, we need to add these. We need to recognize these people too. And I'm like, you know what, you are right. You are right. Because again, like here, I'm taking that for granted because you just walk into a room and turn your light on. You don't even think about it.
You don't, man. Flick of a switch.
Yep. You turn the shower on and there goes the water and you don't even think about it, you know? And so I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more proud to, you know, to get this message out and just let them know, man, we're looking for the heroes. We're looking for them.
So we're going to list out the expansion here. Grocery store clerks.
Yes.
Delivery drivers, UPS, truck drivers, anybody who delivers.
Yep.
Utilities, so PG&E, Comcast, AT&T. If you're a utility worker, we're here for you. Farmers, if you're a farmer, we really wanted to give back to you and give from the heart.
Yeah.
Something small, but it is significant and it's from the heart and we just want to do our best. So I'm going to have a link in the post here so you can click on the link, share it, you know, let's spread the love. Let's help some people right now.
Yeah, for sure. And so my commitment is whether you purchase or refinance, my commitment is there. I know you and I have talked about it. If we can find heroes that are thinking about selling their house, you're gonna help them sell that house, and that's gonna be a hero home. And so, you know, we're looking for everybody, and we're gonna recognize every hero, whatever they want to do, whether it's sell, purchase, refi, whatever they want.
Gotcha. Thank you, Dan, for taking the time. I really appreciate you taking a few moments to kind of share the word with me.
Yeah.
So I look forward to the rest of 2020, man.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
We need a slogan for Dan. Yes, you can. Dan the man.
Real heroes don't wear capes. That's what we got. Real heroes don't wear capes. Let's go find them.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.